Good evening and welcome back to the show. Now, air travel has been deemed as safest way to travel. However, recent incidents of heavy turbulence could have cast doubts on several quarters, particularly frequent flyers. Now, to alleviate such doubts, we have on the line right now Captain Adi Marzriwan Hussein Shah. He is an Airbus A320 pilot with an established commercial airline. Captain Adi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me today.
Now, Captain, I appreciate you spending the time with us today. And in general, firstly, we'd like to say that you have been as a pilot for more than 21 years, more than 10,000 flight hours. Now, firstly, I would like to ask, how would you describe that flying is safe?
Okay, well, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, first of all, statistically, air travel has a very low accident rate compared to other modes of transportation. The probability of being involved in an airplane accident is extremely low, making it a safer option than driving a car actually. So yes, flying or air traveling is one of the safest modes of transportation. Let me list down some factors why flying is a very safe way to travel. Firstly, airlines and aircraft manufacturers are subject to stringent regulations and safety standards set by aviation authorities, such as the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) and the European Union Aviation Safety Agency (EASA), and not forgotten our Malaysian Civil Aviation Authority Malaysia (CAAM). An aircraft needs to pass the safety standards and regulation before it can be airworthy and safe to fly. Most aircraft now are equipped with advanced technology system designed to ensure safety, including sophisticated navigation systems, automated flight controls, and collision avoiding system. The aviation industry continuously works on improving safety through research, adopting new technologies, and learning from past incidents to prevent further occurrences. Aircraft undergo regular and thorough maintenance checks, from daily inspections to comprehensive overhauls, ensuring they are in optimal condition for every flight. We also have a technical logbook that needs to be checked by both the operating pilots and engineers on duty before every flight departing to make sure the aircraft is safe to fly. Pilots, engineers, air traffic controllers, and maintenance crews receive extensive training and ongoing education from time to time to handle various situations and maintain high safety standards. The cabin crew as well are trained to handle emergencies effectively to ensure passenger safety. So that's my answer.
Now, with all that, we understand that there's lots of standards that has to be met, from local to international standards, from, like what you said, from the cabin crew all the way up to the aircraft. Now, recent incidents of turbulence have brought about questions on when do we fasten our seat belts? And I might add, these are not regular turbulence where both passengers and cabin crew are injured. So could you explain on that? Okay,
I will start with the definition with turbulence. So what is actually turbulence? So air turbulence is the irregular and unpredictable movement of air that is common and generally a harmless phenomenon. But it can also cause an aircraft to experience sudden, brief changes in altitude and motion. In general, there are 4 types of turbulence, which are light, moderate, severe, and extreme turbulence. Most of the time, these normal types of turbulence can be anticipated by pilots during flight, while turbulence can be uncomfortable and sometimes frightening for passengers. It rarely poses a danger to the aircraft. Modern planes are designed to withstand significant turbulence, and pilots are trained to navigate through or around turbulence areas when possible. Okay, this answer will be a little bit technical, but I should share it to everyone. The air turbulence can occur due to various reasons, like number 1 is atmospheric condition, where changes in atmospheric pressure, weather fronts, and thunderstorm can create turbulence. Jet stream, fast-moving air currents in the upper atmosphere can cause turbulence when an aircraft encounters their edges. Mountain waves, air flowing over mountain ranges can create waves that result in turbulence. Wake turbulence. This is caused by the wake of another aircraft, especially larger planes, creating vortices that can be turbulent. And finally, clear air turbulence, or CAT. This type of turbulence occurs in clear skies and is usually associated with jet streams and atmospheric pressure changes at high altitudes. It's difficult to detect by aircraft weather radar. This is a type of turbulence that can normally cause injuries or casualties due to insufficient time for pilots to react and inform passengers and crew members.
So you're saying, Captain, that would you agree that no amount of training in flight simulators or even experienced pilot with hundreds of flight hours are well prepared when encountering turbulence?
Yes, that's true. But having said that, experience plays a significant role in helping pilots avoid or managing turbulence more effectively. Here's how experience benefits pilots in this context. Number one, experienced pilots are actually better at interpreting weather forecasts, radar data, and satellite images, allowing them to anticipate turbulence more accurately and plan accordingly. With deeper understanding of common turbulence, pilots develop keen judgment and decision-making skills to choose the best course of action when turbulence is encountered or expected, making more informed choices during flight planning and execution. And pilots with excessive flight hours have more practice in handling turbulence, the ability to avoid turbulent areas, better at communicating with air traffic control, and more adept at managing aircraft during turbulent conditions to ensure passenger safety and comfort. And the most important thing is that experienced pilots has the ability to stay calm under pressure, which is very crucial when navigating through turbulent air. To stay calm and confident helps in executing smooth maneuvers or operation and reassuring passengers and crew. In summary, while modern technology and procedural knowledge are vital, a pilot's experience significantly enhance their ability to predict, to avoid, and handle turbulence effectively.
Now, Captain, to your knowledge, right, are there designated areas or regions where pilots should be aware of turbulence? And what are the procedures when encountering turbulence?
All right. Actually, there's no specific areas or region that we can anticipate turbulence to happen. However, pilots will receive weather report information before flight, which will help pilots to make flight planning to avoid or minimize the impact of turbulence. So when turbulence is anticipated, pilots will brief passengers and crew, advising them to remain seated and fasten their seatbelt at all times to ensure safety during turbulent periods. The pilot has to turn on the seatbelt sign. Passengers need to be seated and refrain from using the toilets. Speed adjustment or slowing down the aircraft. Most aircraft have a recommended turbulence penetration speed that pilots can comply with. Reducing the aircraft speed can lessen the effects of turbulence and make the flight smoother for the passengers. And maintaining the constant communication with air traffic control, the ATC, to receive real-time updates on weather conditions and turbulence reports from other aircraft. ATC can provide route adjustment to avoid turbulence. Pilots need to request whether to climb or descend or to deviate left or right where the air is smoother with permission from air traffic controls. And these strategies help pilots manage and minimize the effects of turbulence, ensuring a safer and more comfortable flight for everyone on board.
Now, Captain, with all that comprehensive detail that you have explained to us now, you are currently a pilot for an A320 plane, and you have more than 10,000 flight hours on your belt. How does turbulence actually affect you? Have you experienced turbulence, and how many times so far?
Okay, for information, as long we are flying in the air, we will experience turbulence. Basically, I experience turbulence almost every day.
Oh, really? So you said early on there's 4 different categories of turbulence. So most of it is the first category, right?
Yes, light turbulence, yes.
Flight turbulence. Now, in the Airbus A320, it has advanced avionics. Can you run us down your daily procedure when it comes to preparing for air turbulence or the weather? Can you explain to us what goes on inside the cockpit?
Okay, first of all, before flight, we already has be given the weather report for the routes that we will be flying to today, and then in the cockpit we have a monitor, two monitor in front of us. So one of the monitor, they call it the monitor in front of us. We can see the weather in front of us. Okay, it will be color coded with 4 types of colors, which is green, yellow, red, and magenta. So the color is based on the intensity of the weather. Okay, for information as well, the weather radar in the cockpit actually detects water droplets. It cannot detect wind. So, but by saying that, by seeing the colors of the weather inside the weather radar in the cockpit, pilots can decide to deviate, whether to the left, to the right, to climb or descend, to get rid of the weather. So that's how we actually avoid turbulence.
Okay, Captain, with all that details and the technology that we have in our current, airplanes, I would like to ask this question, and ask this also previously to our senior ex-pilot as well. Would you be a passenger on a plane that is unmanned without a pilot?
My honest answer is no.
Even with all the technology that's in the cockpit and it's not manned by a pilot, you wouldn't go on a plane?
I will not.
No. What is the reason behind that?
Because for me, from my opinion, we still need a little bit of human touch, a little bit of human decision making in case the flight experience any emergency or any crucial conditions. For example, coming to land with bad weather conditions, there's a lot of consideration actually to ensure a safe landing. So I don't think AI has that ability to think like a human being. That's my opinion.
Okay, I guess that's your opinion. Thank you very much, Captain.
Thank you very much.
I think the question also arises whereby somewhere in the Middle Eastern countries, they already have those flight plans and it's unmanned by any pilot, it's automated. So what do you say about those kind of technology which probably might bring into Airbus A320 or any other commercial flights? What do you think about that? It's currently it's currently ongoing right now. So if it moves to an Airbus, what do you think about that?
I understand that all this unmanned flying machine is basically used for military purposes. So considering the safety of the passengers behind, I still don't, how to say?
You still don't agree with it?
Don't agree, yes, I don't agree with that.
Okay, thank you very much, Captain, for your time. And that's all the time that we have already. So we'd like to thank you, Captain, for your time and all your thoughts and insights on today's discussion. Thank you so much for that, Captain.